Hi, in this video you will see how to register and activate the firewall using Zero Touch and through the SonicExpress application. To register a firewall you can click on Register Products or through the My Workspace menu, Register Products. The first thing we have to do is select the tenant where we want to register the firewall, and then we can proceed to enter the serial number that we found on the box, as well as the authentication code that we can also find on the box. Once we have added this information, we can choose the administration options. But before doing so, I want to show you how the registration tool works using the mobile device. This is the tool. It is called SonicExpress, and after logging into it with a TUTP, we will also be able to register our devices. As always, we select the tenant, click on Continue, and the next thing we have to do is click on the register icon at the bottom left. We click on Confirm and allow the application access to the camera. We will use the camera to scan the QR code of the firewall physically to be able to do it. Here I have my firewall, the TZ80, and you have to scan this small QR code that you see on the screen. Once it is registered, the application asks for confirmation. We validate and click on Register. From there, the firewall is registered in the SonicWall account, as usual. If we return to the MyOn account, we are going to activate Cloud Management and we are going to activate Zero Touch. This is all that an administrator would have to do to register a firewall, one or another option using the mobile phone or using the MyWall account. Once it is registered, if we go to all my tenants and I filter by the friendly name that I have entered, TZ80, we see that it does indeed appear. We can enter the serial number, here we see the licenses and so on. And the most important thing is that we see that Zero Touch is activated and that we have Cloud Management activated, as it could not be otherwise. This means that our firewall is accessible through our SonicWall account within Unified Management. Let's move here, which is, as you know, the platform we are migrating all the consoles to. And once we log in, we can go and find our tenant at the top. In this case it is SAML. And here we access the firewalls menu, which is NSM, and in the firewalls inventory we find our TZ80 already added. There it is. It is offline. It has never been synchronized because the firewall is in factory settings and does not have an internet connection configured yet. Let's connect to the firewall and repeat the process. We access the default IP address with the default name and username. Here we click on Advanced, Force Access and User Admin Password. Password. As in the previous video, we have to change this password complying with certain security standards. So we enter it and change the password to the new one. From now on we can log in normally. And the firewall offers us to follow the administration guide or do it manually. Let's go into manual mode, and all we're going to do on this firewall is configure interface 1. In fact, we're going to go into the network menu right now and we'll see that the cable isn't connected. Interface 1 is pre-configured as a DHCP client by default. I don't have a link. Let's connect this cable, and once it's connected we'll see that it's there. We have a link. The router in front of me will give me an IP address. There it is too. And as soon as I have it here, we could wait and have the firewall do it automatically, that synchronization with the license servers that tells it whether it has licenses or not, or if it has Zero Touch activated. What we're going to do is force it. We're going to do it from the device menu, licenses, and once it's refreshed we'll have all the options. Here the firewall protests because it's not licensed and thinks it doesn't have access. So we're going to close these red windows and we'll see the buttons. There it is. We synchronized the licenses, and this has caused the firewall to connect to the license server, and from this moment on the firewall already knows that it has Zero Touch enabled. So much so that, as you have probably seen, we have the management at the top already enabled for management with NSM. And we can now go to NSM management again in Unified Management. And we will check that the FW should already be synchronizing and available to make configurations. And there we have it, effectively synchronized and online. And with this we have finished with the firewall registration. And that's it for the video. As always, I hope you found it useful. You can write comments or questions in the YouTube box. Thanks.